Hello and welcome to my Let's Play of Star Trek Online on the PS4. I am the Big B82 and this is part 44 of my my Discovery Air Science Officer. I got my two series confused there. We're about to undertake the penultimate mission here in the Cold War arc, where we're going to go and start a chase across the stars to prevent the Breen from discovering the location of the Preserver Archive. And I hope to stop them from Thot Trel from obtaining some ancient technology that could turn the balance of power in the quadrant. So I'm going to speak with the ambassador and then we'll get this show on the road. Just bear with me. Professional. Okay. You must return to Defera immediately. The Breen are searching for preserver technology and they have started. They are once again targeting the ruins near our city. I fear that there are more but people will die, and with each death the balance shifts. These attacks need to stop. We are depending on you. Stop the Breen and keep the secrets of the preservers safe from their treachery. Let's begin the mission, Colgates, and then I shall crack out my captain's log. Captain's log, Stardate 86566.68. We are returning to Defera to analyse the preserver ruins. The key to the archive location begins there. We must prevent Thot Trel from obtaining their technology. Yep. I'm quite happy with the way things are going in this series. So a lot of things are going to be changing soon. Not in this series, but the game itself. So you might be seeing another Klingon turn up because there's going to be a new recruitment event that's going to be happening around the Klingon. So I'll return, and we also get to see the newer missions. They've revamped most of the original missions. Okay, so this is Mokel, my Chief Science Officer. Captain, long-range scans confirm the Defera ambassador's suspicions. It appears that there is a portion of the star chart hidden in the ruins of the planets on the planet's surface. Something is interfering with the scans though, so we can't pinpoint the location from here. An away team might be able to do surface scans in order to locate the star chart and retrieve it, but we need to close the transporter arrangement in order to bring it down. Like sounds like you're like changing gear there, doesn't it? Like, stop ship. He doesn't do an activation of full impulse. It sounds like you're activating the gear. It's like activate gear. Yeah, it's been down to Defera. Now I do not like. I'm not a fan of this mission on the console. It's a bit fidgety, but alas, 'tis what it is, unfortunately. Captain, look down there. That ruined area is consistent with our records of potential preserver sites. If there really is a fragment of the star chart on this planet, there is a very good chance that where it would be. Excellent deduction there, Ian. Sir, we just received an updated data from the ship's computer. Apparently this site closely resembles a preserver site in the Beacon system. The indigenous people there would be able to access the site by performing a ritual. Records indicate that 3 people arranged themselves atop plinths, forming arrows to point to the east, then the south, and then the southeast. There's also data, that's all the data I have, sir, but we may be able to find it applicable to this site as well. Yes, so I have the information here, so we should be able to solve this without issues. Right. Oh. Stand still. You to go and stand over there. Stop it moving. Will you stop moving? Stop moving. Yeah, I know. Tell him to stop moving. Right. To math. Over there. You follow my bloody order. Get over there. Evelyn. Over there. It worked, Captain. There are more power fluctuations in the base of the structure. Only 2 more configurations until we've got access. Caroline. Go over there. Smith, you stand exactly where you are. Something is definitely working, sir. Picking up a significant energy shifts in the structures beneath us. 1 more configuration should unlock the structure. Right, so Caroline can say where she is. To math. And go over there. Doctor. Over there. It worked, Captain. Sensors show that the structure has reconfigured itself internally. It appears to be generating a holographic display matrix. You can now record the data on your tricorder and for later processing, sir. But I think we found the first portion of the preserved structure. Right, now we can beam up. Captain, ship sensors are reporting multiple anomalous contacts. It may be bringing ships on long range, sir. The transporter room is standing by to beam you up as soon as you're ready. Trying to be sneaky Russians. much like the Breen to do that. Not to worry, we can handle them. There is a Breen attack force converging on our position, Captain. Excuse me. They must have realised that we would be coming here for part of the star chart, sir. I bet that they waited for us to do the work so they could swoop in and steal our data. There's no room to make a run for it. We're going to have to fight our way out. Going to red alert. Very well. Just want to fight. I'll get a fight. That's the last of them, sir. Though with all this debris, I don't trust the sensors. I'll be happy once we're out of this area and back into open space. The computer has completed its analysis of the star chart, and there is an encoded marker indicating the Shihanga system as a significant location. Perhaps we should investigate there next. I'll lay the course on your command. Right. Oh, laying the course on your command. It's like I'm telling you, laying the course, and he's just standing there with his thumb up his ass. Right, the Shihanga system. Okay, let's go. Shihanga. Preserved for prosperity. To go to the Shihanga system. Shihanga. Thot Trel, he's going. I'm going to kick his ass, guaranteed. Anyway, continue for prosperity. Wield Jahula's weapon. Yay, the Wandering Greave. And the Imperial Rift space set. It's pretty much the same as the temporal set, except it gives you the ability to fire off a whereas the temporal set gives you nothing. Gives you a warp jump. That's about it. I can remember actually. Captain, I'm detecting a gaseous anomaly in the far side of the planet. The line of navigation beacon should lead us right to it. It seems like a good place to start our search, sir. Yeah, I think that's the trajectory jump part of it. Oh no, temporal fracture. Activating gives you more damage. Won't have any combat in this section, so we should be good to go. We've transported a sample of the gas into a containment chamber, sir, but there is no record of anything with this molecular structure on record. It might be a synthetic compound or a byproduct of some sort of as yet unknown stellar phenomenon. Our science staff is now working on a complete analysis. I've got something, Captain. The preservers are known to encode data in the world around them, so I superimposed the molecular structure of the gas sample onto the orbital pattern of the system. It's a map, sir. It's pointing to something beneath the surface of that small moon. I recommend we approach and perform a level 1 submolecular scan to determine if there's anything of note there. That's the moon. Reflections, what's the star? Don't see the star. Do you see the star?
Scanning in progress.
This is incredible. The interior of the moon is hollow, and it contains a vast geological array that charts the heliocentric motions of everything in the solar system. The array suggests that there should be 2 large asteroids in this area, but I'm only reading 1. Perhaps they collided in the millennia since the structure was created. I am, however, reading an energy source on the remaining asteroid, but it is buried deep in the rubble and often on the surface. If there was a collision, it is logical to assume that the rubble is all that remains of the second asteroid. We will need to remove the rubble to get better reading on the energy source, sir. Okay. There's definitely a star somewhere. Getting the light source from something. Oh well.
Ship is under attack.
Fires. Astonishing. Who knows how long this trail of breadcrumbs has been here, just waiting to be discovered. We should scan the star chart and add it to our existing fragment. Perhaps it will point the way to the next fragment. The computer has synthesized a new star chart from our 2 fragmentary scans, Captain. Preliminary analysis indicates that whoever created these charts placed a great significance on an L-class planet in the Manek system. Course plotted and standing by to engage on your command. He's an eager bigger, isn't he? Old Tamef. Right. The Manek system. Missing in Manek. I do like this mission. It's a nice change of pace from, you know, defending against the Breen, you know. It's, feels like the because the preservers are basically from there's Abba. Because the preservers are basically from the I can't remember what the episode they're from. It's the TNG episode where I think it's the Romulans, the Cardassians, the Klingons, and the Federation are all looking for him, and they all like. It's like archaeologist was a friend of was a person who taught Captain Picard, and it gave him a piece of the and like he gets killed, and they go on a massive search for these for this things, and it turns out it's the preservers. So it kind of feels like that mini version of that episode, minus the Cardassians, the Klingons, and the Romulans. All we have to deal with is a egotistical Breen psychopath. Captain, I'm detecting a Breen squadron dead ahead, but they're moving away from us at full impulse. They must already have what they came for, or else they would have engaged us directly. The Breen aren't afraid of a fight. We can't let them get away with a piece of the star chart. They could beat us to the archive. We have to chase them down. Okay. firing to disable then. Sir, we have intercepted a transmission from one of the Breen ships. The message was unsecured. They must not have had time to encrypt it during the firefight. The message contains a fragment of the star chart. They must have retrieved it from the planet below before we arrived. For all we know, Breen ships could have already been on the route to the archive. I will begin analysis to determine the next location immediately. Synthesize updated star chart. Star chart analysis complete, Captain. We're heading to Revel 2. I just hope that the Breen don't get there before we do. All we need is a piece of the chart to find what the preservers were hiding. Of course, laid in, sir, and I will engage on your command. You may do so when ready, Commander. So back to Revel. This is where they attacked a patrol. Alright, now we're back to Rehev. Everything comes full circle, I guess. Whoa. Slow down. Right. We have 2. Okay, donkey. Yep, that was a very poor Shrek impersonation. Right. Scanners are picking up evidence of a running skirmish on the surface of the planet, sir. It appears that the Breen are attacking an archaeological dig site. We better get down there as soon as possible if we don't want the Breen to escape with another piece of the star chart, sir. Your concern for the archaeologists is really heartening for me, Evelyn. It's like, your only concern seems to be for the star chart, not for the people down there. I guess that's why I made her my first officer. She was my friend in back in 2260, back in 21 and 2256. She was my classmate, so, and friend. So I guess we can let it slide. Anyway, I don't think we're going to be able to help the archaeologists, I don't think. Captain, take a look at these scans. The frozen rock face near the centre of the crater appears to show signs of a hollow interior, and these regions are consistent with preserver power sources. There are multiple Breen life signs in the area, and they're moving in a search pattern. They haven't found it yet, but it wouldn't be a safe approach to the site until we subdued the guards. So, screw the archaeologists. I guess the archaeologists are dead. Yeah, the archaeologists are brown bread. That's a shame. This one should be a lot less complicated than the one on that was on Defera. The Breen threat has been contained, sir. We should take this opportunity to find a way into the cave. You mean like I just did, Doctor? Thot Trel. Thot Trel. I'd like to personally thank you for finding the final star chart fragment. If I had known you were going to ultimately prove useful, perhaps I would have considered sparing your life. Of course, I have only spared it up to this point anyway, so things would have ended the same way, the same evil way. Still, considering all that you've done to aid the Breen in their final goal, I might consider letting you and your officers live. Why not bring back to your ship and run back to your Federation like a good Starfleet lapdog? If you wish to fall today, however, I'm happy to help you. Why don't you think it over and give your answer to Thot Pa? He's been dying to meet you since the defeat of Thot Trel. Well, you didn't put much of a fight. This might be the final piece of the star chart. We should scan, then assemble it. Scanning and transmissions are complete, Captain. I believe we can find the Preserver archive with the information we have, sir. And with luck, we'll get there before the Breen do. Standing by to beam up the Quaid's your way team and you're on your command. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. It's been there for millions of years and nobody bothered to find it. I guess they weren't really looking for it, but still, somebody might have stumbled across it. I guess not. Anyway, let's speak with Ambassador Sarah. Excellent work, Admiral. Our stellar cartography teams are looking at the star charts you recovered as we speak. It might take some time to completely compensate for stellar shift, but we can pinpoint the location, and I am confident that my government will authorise an expedition to find this Preserver archive. All things in balance and all things in time. Okay. With that is the end of part 44. When we return in part 45, we'll be doing the final mission here in the Cold War side quest, which is the mission Cold Storage, where we're going to go on the race to the Preserver archive and try to beat Thot Trel to the Thot Trel to the archive location. And we'll find out what exactly is going on there and why he's so damn interested in it. Until then, I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 45 Cold Storage. Until then, ciao for now.